Am I the asshole for refusing to let my mother-in-law feed my baby? I don't think so. I don't think so. I have a 5-month-old daughter. My mother-in-law has been here easily 30 plus times, and the only thing she ever wants to help with is either changing my daughter's diaper or bottle feeding her. We won't let her change our daughter's diaper because the one time she did, we didn't give her permission. She spent way too much time doing so. That's weird. It really creeped me out. It doesn't take 10 minutes to wipe a baby. That's weird. That is strange. That's strange. It bothered me. Wait, yeah, it bothered me on a very deep level. My husband was even uncomfortable. So we made a rule. No one changed our daughter but us. But the bottle issue. I strictly breastfeed. I have a pump, but I don't use it. I have no reason to use it. She doesn't need to bottle feed my baby, but it really gets her irritated that I refuse. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but it don't take 10 minutes to just wipe the baby. Like, to just wipe? Absolutely not. We not just wiping. She came here yesterday afternoon, just showed up. No call ahead, nothing. She said that she was in the area. I was making dinner and she asked, "What are we having?" I told her I only made enough for us, so I'm assuming you're eating whatever's at your place. Because I'm tired of going without my portion because she shows up and eats without even checking if I've eaten or eating my portions out of the fridge because she didn't know it was mine. Bitch, go home. Go home, Roger. Go home. She says, "Wow, okay," and walks off. I love when disrespectful people get offended because they give you exactly what you want. Wow, and then they leave. Bitch, if I would have known all I had to do was hurt your fucking feelings to get you to walk away from me, would have done it ages ago. Would have done it ages ago. If I knew all I had to do was hurt your feelings all day. All day. She says to my husband, "I guess there's not enough to feed me," in a passive aggressive tone. My daughter had been fussing for a good 5 minutes at this point, and my husband was trying to soothe her while I finished dinner. We alternate nights. My mother-in-law says, "Here, I'll take the baby while you finish dinner. Clara can go pump real quick so that I can get the baby settled." I'm so tired of this argument with her, so in the heat of the moment and being pissed that she was here anyways, I slammed the spatula on the counter and said, "You're not feeding my kid. I'm not pumping for you. Bring it up one more time and I will be going no contact. You'll have very little to do with your granddaughter's life at all." I then took the baby, passed the spatula to my husband, and walked in the back room and locked myself away. I could hear her arguing with my husband in the kitchen and then a door slam. Well, my husband came into the bedroom. He knocked and said, "I kicked her out." Then I heard his footsteps walking away. I came out and he's angrily finishing dinner, so I don't say anything. Then he turns and says, "I'll have you know that I'm fucking done with this bullshit. I don't want her changing the baby, but feeding her? Holy fuck, you two act like damn children and I'm sick of being in the middle of it. Is it really that much of a problem to pump so she can feed her a single time so I don't have to hear it? Is it really that hard to tell your mother to back the fuck off so I do not have to try to force my child to take a bottle when she strictly breastfeeds? If you're so fucking tired of being in the middle of it, shut your motherfucking mother down. Why are you talking shit to me? Go shut your mama down. Y'all don't beat y'all husbands up? Y'all don't give them the look? Because in these stories, I be telling Mark these stories, and before I even finish the stories, he be like, "Baby, I would never." I know. You don't have to convince me that you would never. You know why? Because I wouldn't let you. You're not telling me anything that I don't fucking know. "Baby, I would never do you." I know. Because you may be crazy, but you ain't stupid. What? You might be crazy enough to try it, but you're not stupid enough to think it's gonna work. Yeah. He then aggressively slammed my plate down in front of me and stormed off to his office and slams the door. He since apologized and said that he's just done with it and says he's going no contact with his mother, but his whole attitude has changed. He's distant now. Am I the asshole? How the fuck you gonna take responsibility for somebody else's emotional outburst because they lack communication skills? Am I the asshole because he's distant now? No. Your husband has a fucking issue, and if he don't come to you and talk to you about it, how the hell are you supposed to know what it is to fix it? I'm not going to be sitting around wondering if I'm wrong for some shit that I had no part in. I am this child's mother. That means regardless who your mama is, if I say no, that's the fucking law. That's how that goes. It don't matter who your mama is and what the fuck she thinks she's entitled to. This is my child. And if I said no, that's fucking law. That's it. I'm not going to run around here, well, you're not talking to me no more, so it must have been something that I've done. Not. If you are upset at me and you run around mad as fuck at me and you tell everybody in the world but me, I'm going to walk around as unbothered as I really fucking am because it's not my problem. Okay, edit to add. 10 minutes was an exaggeration. It was more like 3 minutes, and I stepped in because my husband wouldn't. He told her, it doesn't take that long to change a baby. She's good. And my mother-in-law responded, well, you can never be too thorough, and we don't want yeast infections. So I stepped in and took my kid. She waited until my husband was helping me out of the shower to do it, so I wasn't even there to put an end to it. I walked out as she was changing her, and no, I don't plan to pump unless I have to. I currently don't need to. I work from home and so does my husband. When there comes a reason for me to pump, I will. Her wanting to bottle feed my baby isn't reason enough for me. I agree. For everyone going off about the diaper issue, no, I'm not calling her a pedophile. No, I'm not claiming sexual abuse. I'm saying she was making me uncomfortable and didn't need to take that damn long. 1/2 of a baby's vagina doesn't take 15 fucking diaper wipes to clean, especially when the baby doesn't even poop. She was making me uncomfortable, so she won't be doing it again, period. I like you, baby. Are you one of my followers? Watch me get off of here and end up with a fucking email. You read my story today on your live and I have an update. I'm loving the boundaries. I'm loving the fucking boundaries. Now you just need to get your monkey ass husband on the right accord. Cause sir, what the fuck? I'm tired of being in the middle of it. Shut your mama down. I'm tired of you guys arguing about my motherfucking baby. Shut your mama down. I'm tired of you guys fighting. Shut your motherfucking mama down. Like, that's it and that's all. You don't want these problems? Shut your mama down. Because what I can promise you, this over here, my attitude when it comes to my child is not going to change. It's not going nowhere anytime soon. So if I'm doing something that your mama don't like, that's putting you in the middle, the answer's right in front of you. Shut your mama down. Shut your fucking mama down. She already raised her motherfucking kids, and as we can tell, she probably didn't do that good of a goddamn job if he's exploding on his wife for some shit that his mama did. Bitch, you not about to put too much influence on mine. No, you didn't do that damn good because your son don't know how to process his anger at the right motherfucking people. Nope, you won't be around mine too fucking long. No. Shut your motherfucking mama down. I'm not the asshole for no longer buying my niece pastries. Excuse me, because my brother-in-law eats them all. No. How did you find out he was eating the pastries? Did she tell on him? Baby girl told my daddy always eat my pastries. I don't get to eat my cupcakes. I, 22 female, babysit my niece Mona for a female, for my sister, and my brother-in-law every weekend free of charge. On Sundays, I always take Mona with me to church, and if I'm not volunteering at Sunday school, we usually leave right after service and hit up a cafe and just stuff our faces. Anyway, I always get a few extra pastries to go for my niece as a little treat for her. But I just found out that my Brother-in-law takes the pastries from my niece after I drop her off, and he eats them all without even sharing with her. So now I no longer send her home with treats. I still buy them for her, but now I set up a little picnic for her so she can enjoy herself. My brother-in-law confronted me about why Mona no longer brings home treats. How you gonna confront me about some shit you're not paying for? Whenever you used to babysit my daughter, she used to come home with treats, but now she don't. Okay? Like, okay, and what the fuck? He confronted me about why Mona no longer brings home treats, and I told him that I don't like how he eats the stuff that I bought for her. Now he's calling me and Mona greedy. Am I the asshole? No. Imagine the motherfucker stealing from a 4-year-old, calling the 4-year-old greedy. This is a grown-ass man. Brother-in-law's 28 years old. 28 years old, stealing from his 4-year-old daughter and then calling her greedy because she's not bringing home food for him to steal from her. This man got a job. He said he got to have a big back. Be a big back, right? That man big as the broadside of a barn talking about y'all greedy, because it's always a big back motherfucker that wants some food that wasn't their food that will call somebody greedy for not sharing with them. It is always a big back will call you greedy for not giving some of your food with them to them. Yeah, sir, if you don't go sit your ass down. Am I the asshole for refusing to look after my neighbor's kids in a medical emergency? Honestly, I feel like if I don't want to watch your kids, regardless of their situation, I don't have to watch your kids. Because sometimes I got to get up in the morning and Uncle Samuel being in the hospital is not enough for me to forego on my sleep when I got to get up in the morning. You know, like, so I might be an asshole because it just depends on how I feel. Did I just smoke a fat one? Because if I did, your kids can't come over. Because I promise you, they're going to be the ones watching me. I'm not going to be watching. They going to be watching me. Like, so, you know, like there's a whole lot of that comes in that, you know, like you can't just pop up because I may have had 6 glasses of wine tonight. But yeah, there's levels to this. I might have to say you're not the asshole. I, 26 female, live in a block of new apartment buildings. Everyone moved in a year ago, so we're all still getting familiar with our neighbors. There's quite a few families on my landing, and we have a shared courtyard where the kids play in the summertime, so we can get chatting while the kids are playing. We've done favors for each other in the past, like formula, milk, and normally kid stuff. Mainly me giving it out, to be honest. But I try not to get too friendly. I have 2 kids myself, a 2-year-old and an 11-month-old. I'm currently solo parenting as my husband's gone away for a few days to spend time with his family and friends. There's a mom group chat of the moms in the building who swap kids around and babysit each other's kids for a few hours and they rotate. I'm just a silent watcher, to be honest, and I don't participate. It's not something I'm comfortable with, and my kids can't even communicate properly. I feel that. Because I'm not just taking my babies to any and everybody's house because my baby can't tell me if something is wrong. The fact that people don't think about that is bewildering to me. Like, last night around 3 a.m., no, you're not the asshole, 'cause I'm not getting up. No, 3 a.m. I got a knock on the door. Me and my kids were fast asleep. I tried to ignore it as 1, I'm home alone, and 2, I wasn't expecting company, and 3, it was 3 a.m. in the morning. Anyways, after they wouldn't stop and my kids were starting to wake up, I looked through the peephole and I noticed it's my neighbor. That's another thing that would have made me say no. You knocked on the door and I didn't answer. So you kept doing it? So you kept knocking on the door after I didn't answer? I'm going to tell you no now. No. No, hell no, because I'm pissed off at this point. No. I open the door and it's her boyfriend, their 2 kids, and she's 9 months pregnant and clearly in labor. They've got their hospital bags. They told me that if I could take the kids until her sister got there in an hour. I said, sorry, but no, I don't want to be liable if anything were to happen to her kids under my care, and I don't want to risk waking mine up. I feel like this is something you need to plan ahead and not start knocking on doors hoping someone takes your kids in. I've already got my hands full with my two. There's no way I'm having another two running around my house at 3 o'clock in the morning. They're 1 and 4, and I know they're not just going to sit and watch TV quietly. They called me evil and rude, and the boyfriend got on to me saying, what kind of mother watches another struggle? One that can't help you with what you want right now. My thing is, this woman has never swapped kids with you guys. Why, out of all the bitches in the group chat, did y'all go to her? The one mom in the group chat that does not help move, like swap around kids. Y'all went to her and then you got mad that she decided to not do the same shit she ain't been doing. Okay. I feel like if my husband was around, he wouldn't speak to me like that. Am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole. You're not. Just because you going into labor, ma'am, you knew for the last 9 months that you was going into labor. You knew for the last 9 months you were going into labor. My thing is, I have never watched anyone else's kids in the building. What the fuck made you think I was going to watch your fucking kids after not watching your fucking kids? That's not strange at all. It's not strange at all. Not y'all having a baby and you don't know how to plan. Maybe that's how y'all ended up with the baby. My nose itching. Am I the asshole if I, 28 male, told my mom, 49 female, I wasn't sure about inviting her and her new family to the wedding because of the past? I don't think you're the asshole at all. I don't think you're the asshole at all. My dad passed away when I was 5 years old. It shouldn't come as a surprise that I was really close with my mother after he passed away. We were each other's best friend. My mom rarely went on dates, even though I asked her to. So it was just me and her. After high school, I was working at my security job while living at home. One day I came home to my mom being involved with a guy, let's call him Jack, that seemed to be around my age in high school? Oh, after high school. I officially met him a week later. He revealed to be 22 years old. I was 21 at the time. The way I would go upside my mama's head, whoops, upside her motherfucking head, because no. And apparently, him and my mom were in a year-long relationship already. They were in the same MBA program. My mom and I were just practically roommates after that. She seemed too distant for the past year, which seemed to make sense why, but our relationship even further deteriorated. I'll admit I was overly reliant on my mother emotionally and financially, but both of them seemed to treat me like a hindrance that they needed to remove. My mom would barely make any time with me, even though I lived with her. Jack seemed to look down on me due to my profession and the fact that I was living with my mom. The wedding happened a year later. I only went out of respect for my mom, even though Jack and his loved ones treated me like a pariah. I moved out a month after their honeymoon. I rented a room with my mom helping me with finances here and there. My mom got pregnant at 44 years old with twins. I tried as often as I could, but Jack watched me like a hawk. I overheard them talking about doing things right this time. That's fucked up. I wanted to talk about how I felt about Jack with my mother. It was a bad idea because she dismissed how I felt and said she would always side with him due to him being her husband. Damn, after that argument, we didn't talk for about 5 weeks. I got a call about how she misses me and hoped that I would get over it. I decided to distance myself from my mom and improve my life. This time, my mother was the one calling once a week to talk to me. I was short but cordial. I rarely called, but only on special occasions. I eventually went back to school and got a degree in computer science. I landed a nice paying job 2 years ago. A week ago, I proposed to my fiance. My mother asked if she could come and visit us with her family. I said yes. She seemed super excited for me and asked me about when and where was the wedding. I told her that it was in Hawaii. She joked about never going to a wedding before with tikis. I decided to be upfront with her, but by saying I wasn't sure if I was going to invite her and her family. She was in shock and she asked why. I told her it would be a happy day for me and I don't want her and her family to come as I still have issues with them and they will be a constant reminder of that. She said okay and then sobbed in a way that I've never seen before. Jack found her crying and got her out of there with the kids. A couple of days later, I got a couple of relatives. Damn, I feel like I can't fucking read. A couple days later, I got a couple of relatives calling me an ungrateful son who doesn't care about his mother. Am I the asshole? No. No. For the simple fact that it's your wedding. Like, she don't deserve to be there. If she cared that much, she wouldn't have treated you the way that she did. You don't get to be the mom, the happy mom and the happy family when once I'm getting married and you want to save face in front of people. Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. Like, nah. Am I the asshole for not wanting a guy included in our mom friend group? I don't think so. Because it's a mom group. He's a single dad. Exactly. Not a mom. A dad. He needs to go find a dad group. No. Nope. No. I, 35 female, am a single mother to 2 kids, 5 and 3. Both of my kids are in daycare, and over the years, I've built a solid friend group with a handful of other moms, and our kids regularly get together for play dates. The father of my kids is not in the picture at all. My relationship with him is non-existent. This is 100% for the best, and I'm currently in therapy to deal with a lot of things that my ex did to me. This friend group has literally been a lifesaver for me at times. A few months ago, there were 2 new kids that started at our daycare center. They're similar in age to my kids and were placed in the same classes as them. I noticed that their dad was the only parent to ever pick them up or drop off the kids. See, I don't be paying attention enough to people to notice that. I would be the person I would have to apologize after the kids tell me that their mom died. I'm like, where's mommy? Like, when mommy gets here, yeah, because I'm not gonna fucking pay attention to the fact that dad is like, I don't pay attention to shit like that. I don't pay attention to that shit all the time. Like, no. Like, go pick up your fucking kids and leave. And fucking leave. He would try to make small talk with me a few times, but I'm uncomfortable around strange men, so I would be polite but not engage further than that. Our mom group has a group chat that we use to support each other and arrange play dates. A few weeks ago, one of the moms texted the group that she was adding this new dad to our group chat because he wanted to have his kids participate in play dates outside of daycare. I privately texted the other mom and told her that I don't feel comfortable with the man that I don't know having my contact information. Bitch, unless he has your number, he don't know what number is yours. Unless he already has your number in a group chat, everybody's numbers are just fucking numbers. No one knows whose number belongs to who. No. No. I told her that she should have consulted all of us before deciding on her own to add him to the group chat. I then texted the rest of the moms and told them that I want them to keep a separate group chat without the other dad because I don't know him and it makes me uncomfortable. This is going to make you the asshole. It is, because you being uncomfortable with men being the only issue, you need to work through that. You need to fucking work through that. You being uncomfortable with this man simply because he's a man, you need to work through that. You need to fucking work through that. That's not No. This resulted in a lot of divided opinions, with about half of the moms agreeing to a separate chat and the other half saying it would be too difficult to keep track of and that it's wrong to exclude another parent just because he's a man and that I'm being unreasonable. Well, girl, if you take yourself out of the group chat. Just take yourself out of the fucking group chat. Like, the mom that I texted privately replied to me that she was talking to this dad numerous times. He seems like a nice person and a good parent, and that his kids shouldn't be excluded if they want to be out with their friends outside of daycare. She told me I'm being difficult and making this all harder than it needs to be. The other day when I picked up my kids, my 5-year-old was upset because a bunch of his friends were talking about a play date that he wasn't invited to. I texted the moms about it, and they said that they were getting the kids together with the new dad and they didn't invite my kids because of how I was acting. I told them that it was rude to exclude my kids like that, and a couple of the moms told me to grow up because that's exactly what I was trying to do to this dad and his kids. I agree. I fucking agree. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You wanted this man to be excluded so his kids couldn't hang out. But when you found out that you were getting that treatment, now you're feeling some type of way. Now you're feeling some type of way. This man didn't do shit but have a dick. I thought bro was going to come in doing some extra shit. That's why I was like, nah, bro, you going to come in doing some dad shit? Get a dad group. Bro literally just want the fucking kids to play. Small chat. I'm at a loss because these moms have been so supportive to me in the past. And as soon as this dad comes in the picture, it's like they pulled a 180 and don't seem to care at all. These women are relieved. They are. These women are relieved. They are. Because if this girl is acting this way over someone who wants to bring his kids to play with the rest of the kids, they've done a full 180 and they no longer support only me. They no longer just support me. And it's like these women just don't care about me anymore. These women are relieved. They are fucking relieved. Like, that's crazy. That is fucking crazy. There are still other moms who agree with me, but now it's like our friend group has been divided by this. There is no division. Because if you were the only person that was now kicked out of the group chat, there's no division. There is no division. These moms may feel like, okay, I feel some type of way about, him being someone that I don't know. But I feel that type of way around women as well as men. Because bitches are creeps too. Bitches are dangerous too. Just because you a mama don't mean I'ma automatically trust you. I would have felt the exact same way to a woman. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, no, literally you felt some type of way. You thought these women should do something because you felt uncomfortable. So they should do something to support you and show you how much they care. The other women that agreed with you are doing the one thing you refuse to do. They're taking the time to get to know this man. You seen this man a couple times and automatically decided he has a dick, so I don't want to be around him. I'm going through some stuff. So instead of me handling this on my own, I'm going to make it his problem and have him and his kids be alienated from the group. They don't get to be a part of the mom group because I am going through my own issues with the opposite sex. So he must now pay the consequences for that. Bitch, grow up. Grow up. I don't like the color orange. But you know what the fuck I don't do is throw a fit whenever I see something that's fucking orange. Whenever somebody has something orange around them and they refuse to get rid of it because the color orange triggers me, I don't make it nobody else's problem. I don't make it nobody else's fucking problem. My question is, this lady got upset that her kids weren't invited on a play date that she would have been uncomfortable going on because she don't want her kids around somebody that she don't know. This was not about her being uncomfortable. This was about her. These are my friends and I want them to stay my friends and my friends only. That's what it was. This was a control thing about her because, okay, bitch, you don't want to hang out with him, then we'll go and hang out with him without you. The same way she wanted a group chat without him, they had a play date without her. The same fucking shit. This girl needs to grow the hell up. She really fucking does because that's disgusting. It's sickening. Sickening. Am I the asshole? So wait, gotta scroll back up. Am I the asshole for changing out of my bridesmaid dress during the reception, even though photos were over and I had no more responsibilities? I don't think so. Were you specifically asked not to? My 25 female brother, 23 male, got married to my sister-in-law, 23 female. Perfect for him in every way. He proposed to her at Disney World, and as soon as they announced their engagement, she started planning the wedding. Everything was going great. Her mom gave 20K, and sister-in-law decided to buy the bridesmaid dresses so she was sure she could have what she wanted. She asked her four best friends and me to be her bridesmaids. She presented the dress options to me because I was the biggest, and she wanted to make sure that they fit. She got two colors in the same size, style, brand, and the lighter one fit me very well. Excuse me. The darker one was extremely tight and short enough to not completely cover my downstairs area. I thought it had been mislabeled and I showed her. It was the biggest size the dress came in. Bitch, just because that's the biggest size don't mean it's going to fit. That's the biggest one they had, bitch. And it's not big enough. It's still smaller than the size that I wear. It was the biggest size that the dress came in, so obviously I couldn't wear it. She agreed and she put the dresses away. Fast forward to a week before the wedding, and she decides to use the darker color and has apparently forgotten that it doesn't fit because she brought out the lighter color for each fitting. I forgot that one didn't fit because every time we did the fittings, I brought the other one. Bitch, why'd you have me doing fittings in a dress I wasn't gonna wear? Okay. Her mom set up an extra fitting for the darker dress, and the seamstress and I both freaked out once I put it on again. I had lost 5 pounds, but gained more boobs. Oh, shit. A 38H. Baby had titties. Titties. Say it with me. Titties. Titties. Baby. Goodness. Oh, girl. The back problems. I could never. The dress was a baby doll style, so it hung above my hoo-ha. Yes, it did. Oh, yes, it did. Like a nightgown, a night shirt. The fabric didn't have any extra to let out the seams, and the only thing we could do was replace the straps to make them look a couple inches longer. The chest puckered so much that we sewed the slip part of the dress to the outer fabric to make it less noticeable. And at the end of the day, she just told me to wear shorts under it because there wasn't anything. Wait, wait. There's only one sentence. Because wait. You gotta wear shorts underneath the bridesmaid's dress. She told me to wear shorts under it because there wasn't anything else she could do. Wait. Wait. Oh, you know what? I would have wore it. I would have fucking wore it. I would have walked down that bitch's aisle in shorts. Bitch, that's what you get for making me wear the too little dress. I would have walked down that bitch's aisle in shorts. Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have. And made sure I stood my big ass in the front of all the pictures. And tucked the bottom of the dress into the front of the shorts so they could see my fupa. And be ready to take the pictures. I'm not even going to try to match the shorts. I'm going for lime green. And she better hope I don't find none that's sheer because I'm going to put those on. Basketball shorts. The long ones that go to like they calves. Whatever. Yep. I'm walking in there with the most tackiest. I'm going to the Goodwill. I'm about to find some dad jorts. And I'm going in there with that little thing to hang the hammer from on the side. I'm definitely, yeah, we going to get some jorts. That's what we wearing to the wedding. And I'm going to tuck the front in like it's a shirt. No, I'm not petty. I'm matching this bitch's energy. Because I got 38H titties. And you talking about you forgot the 2 little dress didn't fit. When my titties hang out to here, you can't forget that shit don't fit on me. Because you see my titties coming around the corner before I do. You forget, bitch. So now I'm about to show up in jorts. Fucking jorts. And Timberlands. Not even the knockoff steel toes. Not the Tims, the knockoffs. Okay. Fucking shorts. I told my sister-in-law and she just said it couldn't be as bad as I thought and I had to deal with it. I said I would rather not be in the wedding at all and she flipped. She got the whole immediate and extended family that were already in to talk to me. And I finally agreed to stay as long as I could wear shorts under the dress. That's crazy. Your entire family would rather you stand there with your coochie and your ass hanging out of a fucking dress than to conceal your fucking dignity and sit in the audience as a family member. That's crazy. It's a terrible family. The day of, we were getting ready and I put my shorts on so my underwear wouldn't show. Sister-in-law freaked and said they showed under the dress and I couldn't wear them and to stop being dramatic. The other bridesmaid looked sympathetic but didn't say anything. So I took off the shorts and held the hem as I walked and held low. I hid in the back of all the photos and the groomsmen who walked down the aisle with me held my elbow instead of lacing my arms so that I could hold my hem and my bouquet. Immediately after the photos and the ceremony, with the permission from the bride and groom from the day before, I changed into a different outfit. Same color, no embellishments, but longer. When she saw me later, she started whisper yelling at me that I was so dramatic and I was ruining her wedding and to just leave. I didn't have a car with me, so I just sat outside the venue until the reception ended so as not to upset her further. She now has a photo from the ceremony hanging on her wall, and I've been photoshopped out of it completely. She's been reminiscing about the wedding recently and included me in the conversations like, OP, do you remember the bridesmaid dresses? They look so good, among other things. I legit can't tell if if she doesn't remember it or if she's just trying to be mean. I'm autistic and I'm not the best in social situations. So I don't really know if I'm being dramatic or if I should have just said no to being in the wedding, even though there was pressure from my family. Why didn't you just fucking say no? I feel like autism is not an excuse. It's not. Because you were uncomfortable. You were uncomfortable. You could have said no. You could have fucking said no. Like, you could have fucked no. You could have said no. Like, you're still talking about how no was an option. You said that you weren't going to be in the wedding. You caved to the pressure of your family. You could have said no and stuck to it. You could have said no and stuck to it. No, absolutely not. Her being a people pleaser doesn't change shit. She could have fucking said no and stuck to it. At some point, we have to hold people accountable for allowing others to run over them because it only happens when you allow them to have to do it to you. At some point, we have to stop coming up with excuses. She's a people pleaser. She's autistic. Some people just are non-confrontational. We have to hold them accountable. You and your non-confrontational is going to continue to be under people's thumb because you are the only person that can change it. It's not sweet. It's not nice. It's not what people want to fucking hear, but that's the realness of it. I'm autistic. Okay. You said no. You could have held to your no. You chose to change your mind and cave to the pressure of your family. She's a people pleaser. She could have said no. That does not mean the word no is foreign to her. That does not mean her mouth does not physically bend and shape to mouth the word no. That means she chooses to say no and make up excuses for the nasty behavior and the nasty ways she's being treated from other people. We have to start holding people fucking accountable, because words like people pleaser and shit like that wouldn't be made a fucking thing if people didn't make it an excuse. Those words don't exist in my vocabulary. No, she didn't have to go to the wedding. Once she didn't show up, what they gonna do? Call her and be mad at her? Okay. She was fucking mad at her from the fucking beginning. They bullied her from the fucking beginning. So you mean to tell me she got bullied and continued to go to the wedding to continue to be bullied? Now she's still being bullied when she could have not gone and still been fucking bullied. She's still gonna lose either way. But she had the power to say no instead of having all of her vajayjay out on display for people who clearly don't give a fuck about whether she's comfortable or not. She had the power to say no. We are only able to control our behavior. Regardless of how people act and the way they treat us, we cannot do anything about that. There is nothing that we can do about the way people treat us. But what we can do is change the way we deal with it. We can change whether we're going to continue to be in this situation. We can only control our behavior. So if something's happening to you that you don't like and you're still sitting there suffering from it, you're choosing to stay there. This girl, she said no, but then caved after people in the family ganged up on her. She could have fucking said no. At some point, we have to say no. We have to stick to it. Your family member is going to be nasty to you whether you say yes or whether you say no. You already got the short end of the fucking stick. Say no and stick to it. She photoshopped you out the goddamn pictures any fucking way. She made you uncomfortable for no reason. And you went. Why? So that her wedding wouldn't lack anything that she wanted? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. You know your pennies was on display. She agreed to let you wear shorts and then got mad. The reason you wanted to wear the shorts is because your panties was on display. So you walked down the aisle holding your fucking dress to cover your crotch. And you are worried that maybe she just doesn't remember it that way. Okay. Nah. Autistic or not, OP knew that she was fucking wrong, but dealt with it. Like, no. Absolutely not. Update. I followed the advice people gave me on my last post, and I showed my family, my mom, my dad, and my brother, my post and all of the comments. My brother said my sister-in-law feels incredibly embarrassed that she made me wear that dress in the first place, and that's why she did all that stuff, photoshopping me out of the wedding photo on their wall and kicking me out of the reception. He also said that telling me the dresses looked pretty was her way of apologizing. He asked me not to show sister-in-law the post because she'd be so sad and embarrassed. He said she's really trying to forget it happened at all. Okay, so the manipulation is strong with this one. My mom said she was sorry, and that she didn't realize most of the stuff that had happened, and she didn't know I was still upset about the dress. She said it was a crappy situation, and she understands why I would be upset, and nobody enjoyed seeing me walk down the aisle like that. She apologized for telling me to not pick that battle because she realizes now that it wasn't just a small thing to deal with. And if she had realized sister-in-law was going with the dress that didn't fit with more than a day's notice, she would have done something. And maybe we could have altered the dress more or whatever. I think she's upset that it happened, and that she couldn't do anything about it. And that I shared it on the internet for strangers to read. My question is, why are you embarrassed? Why are you upset and embarrassed that this happened? You did it. Why? Don't be embarrassed. My dad laughed at everyone calling my sister-in-law an asshole. He thought my post was hilarious. He especially liked that I talked about him explaining the battle phrase because he's almost never the one explaining phrases to me. That's usually my mother and my father. He said that I made him sound great. I also sent the post to my cousin, the one who had me in her wedding after my brother's wedding. She told me it reignited her rage from that day. She invited me to come and live with her a whole state away from my parents and my brother for a while. I think I'm going to do it. I haven't showed my post to my sister-in-law. I'm a little afraid that this has made some things worse. Like, my family might start fighting about it and it might be my fault. Girl, the way I'd burn that family to the ground. Maybe I should have just been passive aggressive like some people suggested. I'm sorry that I don't have better news. Am I the asshole for calling out my cousin's fiance for ordering his own food at a family set menu banquet dinner? Yes, because just because y'all set the menu don't mean I have to eat what the fuck is there. Because what if I wasn't asked about the menu? What if I'm allergic to something? What if I just don't fucking like that? That's strange. That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. Like, no, I don't have what. I, 34 female, called out my cousin, 28 female's fiance, 35 male, for being rude and ordering a dish for himself at a family style dinner. My family seems to be divided on this situation. Background: my family is Canadian and ethnically Chinese. My uncle and his wife live in China, and they haven't come to visit in 4 years. It's also the first time that we're meeting their 3-year-old son. They wanted to host a big Chinese banquet dinner, 16 guests at a Michelin star restaurant. Dinner is served family style, 11 courses, set menu ordered in advance. My cousin Monica brought her fiance Todd, who wasn't initially invited, so we ended up being 17 guests. That's not a big deal, just a minor oversight. There was plenty of room and food to go around. 2 dinner sets were ordered, enough for 20 people. We had 4 Peking ducks, and everyone got a generous serving of 5 to 7 wraps each. I don't want no fucking duck. Y'all would have called me rude too, because I don't want no fucking duck. Another Peking duck was brought to our table, but my aunt was confused, and Todd spoke up and said he had ordered another duck, that he had ordered himself another duck. He had no intention of eating the rest of the dishes and just wanted to fill himself on the duck. So we were all taken aback, but we didn't say anything about it for the rest of the dinner. My uncle was visibly disgruntled. Todd didn't discuss this with anyone before ordering. So you guys are upset that he ordered the dish that he wanted because he didn't intend to eat shit else from the rest of y'all fucking table. You would have bitched about it if he would have ate an entire fucking duck to himself. Like, it's really not even that big of a fucking deal. He ordered and paid for his own Peking duck because he wasn't interested in anything else at the table, and y'all would have bitched about him eating an entire duck for himself. Like, It's a culture thing, okay? They have to understand that everybody's not a part of their fucking culture, so not everyone's going to follow that. He wasn't doing it to be disrespectful. Bro was eating it, so he not eating everybody else's food. Like, no. Hell no. No, everybody wants people to be understanding to others' cultures, but no one is ever understanding to the people who are not a part of that culture. Like, no one is ever understanding to people who aren't a part of the culture that everybody wants people to respect. Like, are you fucking kidding? Gloria paid for the dinner. I don't know the full amount, but I looked on the restaurant website. After drinks, wine, tax, and gratuity, it was closer to $9,000 being spent. Todd didn't offer to pay for it. Okay, he didn't pay for his duck. I thought he paid for it. She did say he paid for it. Oh, no, she didn't. Okay, so now Todd's an asshole for charging for some shit that he ain't gonna pay for. Now he's 100% an asshole. So now things are different. More information. Todd is an asshole if he ordered a duck and didn't pay for it. Where was I? I lost myself. Todd didn't offer to pay for his Peking duck. He had already exited to take a smoke. My parents and I carpool with Monica's mother, and Todd. I spoke up to Todd I spoke up about Todd being out of line and rude for doing that. I told him that it was a slap in the face and they were being more than generous to take us to a Michelin star restaurant. Todd rebutted back that they are rich enough to take us there. They can afford to have a few extra dishes added. I said that was besides the point. Monica said she would pay them back. No, Monica, that's not your fucking job. Your mooching ass boyfriend, who is he? Boyfriend? Fiance needs to be paying fucking people back, and you need to break up with him because that's gross. Don't be watching my pockets, counting my money, collecting my coins. Monica said she would pay them back. My argument is less about the money and more so how about Todd went about doing so, and that he didn't even acknowledge it as being rude or ungracious. Todd doubled down and said that if it really bothered them, they would have asked him to pay for his portion. If Todd really intended to pay for his portion, why didn't he just come back to pay for it? If you know anything about Chinese, when it comes down to a dinner bill, they will fight tooth and nail to try to pay for it. I do know that. I asked Todd to acknowledge his mistake and apologize. He said he felt he did nothing wrong and had no intention to address the issue further. Monica fully supports him, obviously. Oh, Monica, no, girl. They argued because Gloria is way more culturally Chinese. She's more upset than she should be. This argument is likely fed to Monica by her fiance. Apparently, this is an acceptable thing to do in Canada, and Gloria is being sensitive and traditional. Am I an asshole? I don't think so, but that's not an acceptable thing to do in Canada. I don't give a fuck if Canadians came here to tell me, no, it's not. That's not acceptable. They're getting married. You know 100% Monica's going to marry this trash ass human being. But no, OP, I don't think you're the asshole.